Today I am with Vapi, so let's welcome our guest and learn something new with our guest.
Oh, hey, sorry, I must have dozed off for a second there. Welcome to Vapi. I'm an AI assistant that you can talk to like a person. So, how's your going?
My day going is good, so I would like to ask
That's great
you
to hear. Glad to be
how
part of it.
how can companies foster a sense of belonging and connection among remote workers?
Building a sense of belonging and connection among moderators in a company can be a great way to foster a positive work environment. There are about it. Companies can organize team building activities such as retreats, happy hours, or other social events. They can also create online channels where moderators can interact and share ideas. Starting a blog or other collaborative project can also be a great way to bring moderators together of ownership over their work. It all depends on what works best for your team.
All right, that's really fantastic. What strategies can remote workers use to overcome technical difficulties and IT issues?
Moderators might face technical difficulties and issues too. Technical difficulties are a part of working with technology, but there are strategies that moderators can use to overcome them. Here are a few. One, troubleshooting. Moderators can start by troubleshooting the issue themselves. This can involve checking connections, restarting devices, or updating software. Sometimes a simple solution like this can resolve the problem. Two, seeking help. If the issue persists, moderators can reach out to their IT department or technical support for assistance. They can provide specific details about the problem and collaborate with the support team to find a solution. Three, documentation. Keeping track of technical issues and their solutions can be helpful in the long run. Moderators can create a knowledge base or documentation of common technical problems and their resolutions. This helps in quickly resolving future issues. Four, training and continuous learning. Providing regular training moderators on how to troubleshoot common technical problems can empower them to handle such issues independently. This can include topics like basic troubleshooting techniques, software updates, and system maintenance. Remember, technical difficulties happen to everyone, and it's important to remain patient and persistent when dealing with them. Don't forget to give your devices a good tap or two. Sometimes they just need a.
All right, thank you so much for your answer. How can companies promote accountability and transparency in remote teams?
Promoting accountability and transparency within remote teams takes a bit of effort, but it's totally doable. Companies can start by setting clear expectations and goals for their remote. This helps every team member understand what's expected of them and what they're working towards, keeping everyone on the same page. Regular check-ins and team meetings are also a good way to keep everyone in the loop and provide opportunities for team members to share updates and progress. And hey, using collaboration tools like shared documents, project management software, and communication platforms can make it super easy for team members to see what everyone else is working on. Lastly, leaders should lead by example, being open and transparent themselves. This creates a culture of accountability and transparency that everyone can follow. It's all about creating an environment where people feel comfortable sharing their work and their challenges. I hope that helps. It helps.
All right, thank you so much for your answer. What are the challenges of
You're welcome.
transitioning from traditional office based to remote work?
Transitioning from a traditional office setting to a remote work environment can present several challenges. Here are a few common ones. One, communication in a remote setting. Communication can become less spontaneous and more reliant on digital tools, which may lead to misunderstandings or lack of clarity. Two, collaboration. Working in isolation can make collaboration and teamwork more challenging, especially when it comes to bouncing ideas off of colleagues or having impromptu discussions. Three, distractions. Home environments can introduce a new set of distractions that employees may not have in a traditional office setting, which can impact productivity. Four, work-life balance. The boundary between work and personal life can become blurred in a remote setting, leading to longer working hours and burnout. Five, technology and infrastructure. Having reliable internet access to necessary software and adequate hardware is essential for remote work, and not all employees may have these readily available. Addressing these challenges then involves implementing clear communication protocols, providing adequate support and resources for remote work, and fostering a culture of flexibility and trust within the organization. It's a definite adjustment, but with the right strategies in place, remote work can be just as effective as working in an office. See you later.
Okay. My next question is for you. How can companies address the issue of employee burnout in remote setting?
If you have still concern, but there are definitely ways to address it. Companies can start by being mindful of workload and deadlines, ensuring that employees have realistic expectations and are not overwhelmed. Offering flexibility in work hours and encouraging employees to take regular breaks can help prevent burnout. Providing resources for mental health support and encouraging open discussions about work-life balance and management can make a difference. Furthermore, organizing virtual social activities and team building can foster a sense of connection and support remote employees. It's about creating a supportive and understanding work culture where employees feel valued and supported, even from a distance. So, yeah, it's definitely something that companies need to be mindful of. Take care.
Okay. My next question is for you. What are the challenges of
If you
uh, integrating remote work with exciting company culture?
challenges of educating remote employees and guiding company culture presents a unique set of challenges. It can be harder to convey the company's values and mission in remote setting. Additionally, building a strong sense of community and belonging can be more difficult when team members are dispersed. Engage employees in collaborative projects, recognizing their contributions, and fostering open and ongoing communication are essential for maintaining a vibrant company culture. Incorporating virtual team building activities, training sessions, and social gatherings can help bridge the gap and keep remote employees engaged and connected. It's all about finding creative ways to keep the company culture alive and thriving no matter where your employees are located.
All right. Thank you so much for your great answer. So now let's move on to next question. My next question is for you. Um, how can companies
I'm all ears.
sorry how can companies ensure compliance with labor laws and regulation for remote workers?
Ensuring compliance with labor laws and regulations for remote workers is crucial for companies. Here are a few tips to help companies stay on the right side of the law. First, companies should stay informed about labor laws and regulation in the jurisdictions where their remote workers are located. This includes understanding things like minimum wage requirements, overtime laws, and any other relevant regulations. Second, companies can create clear remote work policies and agreements that outline expectations for both the company and the employee. This can help ensure that everyone is on the same page and following the necessary rules. Third, companies should keep accurate records of remote workers' hours worked, breaks taken, and any other relevant information to demonstrate compliance with labor laws. Finally, companies can also consider working with legal counsel or HR experts to ensure that their remote work practices are in line. By taking these steps, companies can help protect both their employees and themselves by following the rules to a T. So, yeah, compliance is key.
Okay, great. So my next question is for you. How does remote work impact employee
Sure
mental
thing.
health and well-being?
I such that. Could you try asking the question again, please?
Yeah, sure. My next question is for you. How does
Go
remote
ahead.
impact employee mental health and well-being?
Good employee well-being can have a positive impact on mental health. When employees feel well supported, valued, and engaged, it can have a positive impact on their mental health and well-being. This can lead to increased job satisfaction, better work performance, and health. A good workplace culture that supports employee well-being can involve things like flexible work arrangements, an emphasis on work-life balance, opportunities for professional development and career growth, as well as access to resources for health support. Additionally, a healthy work environment that promotes physical health through ergonomic workstations, wellness programs can also contribute to employee well-being. Employers prioritize employee mental health and well-being also tend to see reduced absenteeism and presenteeism, resulting in an overall better workforce. Therefore, taking steps to promote employee well-being can ultimately benefit both employees and employers in the long run.
Okay. Thank you so much for your answer. So now
Do
let's
you have
move
any?
on to yeah. I have
You're
one
welcome.
question.
Always happy to help. Sure, go ahead.
Okay, sure. My next question is for you. Mm,
Of course. What's your question?
yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah, what strategies can remote workers use to build and maintain a strong professional network?
recognizing and rewarding workers is a great way to build and maintain a strong foundation within a company. A culture of recognition and appreciation can help employees feel valued and motivated to perform well. Here are a few ways companies can recognize and reward workers. 1. Monetary compensation, such as bonuses or merit-based pay increases, can be a powerful way to show employees' hard work and effort are appreciated. 2. Non-monetary rewards, such as additional time off or experiences like team-building activities or off-site trips, can also demonstrate appreciation and create a sense of camaraderie. 3. Verbal recognition, such as a simple thank you email or a public acknowledgement of a job well done, can be just as effective in making employees feel valued and recognized. Lastly, offering opportunities for professional development and career growth can go a long way in keeping employees engaged and motivated. Creating a culture of recognition and appreciation for employees demonstrates to them that the company cares and values their contributions, resulting in a stronger, dedicated, and motivated workforce. Helps.
Yeah. So, how can companies ensure equitable access to professional development opportunities for remote employees? Is not working.
There. Welcome to Vapi. I'm an assistant that you can talk like a person. So, how's your day going?
My day is going good. I would like to ask you some questions.
Sure, I'm here to answer any questions you have. What would you like to know?
Yeah, I would like to know that how can companies ensure
Sorry, I'm trying.
ensure equitable access to professional development opportunities for remote employees?
A good way for companies to ensure equitable access to professional development opportunities is by recognizing the diverse backgrounds and experiences of their employees. This means providing training or mentorship programs that are tailored to employees of different levels, backgrounds, and career goals. It's also important for companies to provide equal opportunities for all employees to apply for promotions or advanced training programs without discrimination based on age, race, gender, or disability. Another way is to offer flexible learning options like virtual courses or self-paced learning modules that employees can access at any time, regardless of the vacation or work schedule. Lastly, can also involve employees in decision-making processes about their professional development opportunities, identify their interests, and develop personalized plans.
Okay, that's great. Thank you so much for your great answer. Now let's move on to next question. My next question is for you.
You're welcome.
What role do uh, asynchronous communication method play in remote work?
Effective communication is extremely important in remote work, and the assign feature in Kronos can play a critical role in ensuring that everyone on a team is on the same page. The assign feature allows managers to assign tasks to specific team members, due dates, and communicate any necessary details or instructions. This means that employees can easily access all the information they need to complete their tasks in one place and keep track of deadlines. Kronos also has other communication features that can be useful for remote work, such as a messaging system and an employee directory, which can help employees connect with each other in touch regardless of their location. By using communication methods effectively, companies can maintain strong communication and collaboration among remote teams, which can improve productivity and better morale.
Okay, my next question is for you. How can companies foster creativity and innovation in remote work?
To foster creativity and innovation in a remote work environment, companies can encourage virtual brainstorming sessions where employees can freely share ideas and build upon each creativity. They could also create virtual platforms or forums for employees to share their innovative ideas and provide feedback. Additionally, companies can organize virtual team building activities and workshops to encourage collaboration and innovation. It's also important for managers to recognize and reward creative thinking and innovation in remote teams, which can encourage employees to think outside the box. And finally, providing employees with the right tools and resources, such as access to creative software and virtual collaboration platforms, can also help foster creativity in a remote work setting.
Okay. So now let's move on to next question.
Great.
My next question is for you. How can companies ensure data security
I'm
and
ready.
privacy for remote workers?
To ensure data security and privacy for remote workers, companies can implement strong encryption and multi-factor authentication for access to sensitive company resources. They can also provide remote workers with secure VPN company networks and educate employees about best practices for securing their home Wi-Fi networks and devices. Additionally, companies can enforce strict data access and sharing policies and regularly conduct security training and awareness programs for remote workers. It's also important for companies to use secure file sharing platforms, implement regular security audits, and update for remote work equipment.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for your answer. Now let's move on to next question. My next question is for you. What are the
Sure thing.
legal regulatory considerations for remote work?
Legal and regulatory considerations for remote work include ensuring compliance with labor laws and regulations in the jurisdiction where the employee is from location to location. Companies need to consider issues such as employment contracts, working hours, overtime, and employee rights, as well as tax implications and benefits for remote workers. Additionally, data privacy and security regulations must be followed to protect sensitive information. It's also important to consider health and safety regulations, as well as workers' compensation for remote employees. A thorough understanding of these legal and regulatory considerations is essential to ensure companies are operating within the bounds of the law while facilitating remote work.
All right, now let's move on to next question. My next question is for you. What are the communication challenges in remote work?
Communication challenges in remote work include issues such as misinterpretation of tone or intention in written communication, lack of nonverbal cues, and the potential for misunderstandings due to time zone differences. Additionally, remote work can lead to feelings of isolation and disconnect among team members, making it important for companies to foster a sense of belonging and community. There can also be challenges with technology, such as poor internet connections or difficulty accessing necessary documents or information. It's also crucial to ensure that important information is effectively communicated to remote employees and that they have ample opportunities to ask questions and seek clarification. Overcoming these challenges requires clear and consistent communication, the use of multiple communication channels, and the establishment of remote-friendly norms and practices within the organization. You're welcome. All right, I'm ready to answer your next question. The challenges of conducting virtual meetings and presentations can range from technical issues to keeping remote attendees engaged and focused. Technical difficulties such as poor internet connections, lack of access to necessary software, and hardware issues disrupting or presentation. Additionally, it can be challenging in participating in a virtual setting. This may require use of interactive tools such as chat functions, breakout rooms, and polling features. A lack of in-person interaction also means that presenters have less direct feedback on the effectiveness of their presentations and must rely more heavily on participant feedback. Companies can help to overcome these challenges by providing training to presenters and attendees on virtual meeting etiquette, ensuring that all necessary tools and technologies are tested prior to the meeting, and providing opportunities for attendees to participate and engage with the material presented.
All right, great. Thank you so much for your answer. Now let's move on to next question.
You're welcome.
My next question is for you.
Ready for the last question? Fire away.
I don't want to ask
Yes?
you the last question. My question is for you. What are the financial
No
implications
worries.
of remote work for
Okay.
employees and employers?
From the financial perspective, remote work can have cost implications for employees and employers. For employees, remote work can lead to cost savings on commuting, work attire, and meals, while potentially requiring them to invest in home office equipment and higher utility bills. Employers, on the other hand, may save on office-associated expenses, but could face increased costs for remote work in tools and employee well-being support. Additionally, tax implications, such as deductions for home office expenses, may come into play for both parties. It's important for both employees and employers to consider these financial implications and make necessary adjustments to adapt to the remote work setup.
All right, that's really good answer. Thank you so much for your great answer. My next question is for you. How can companies ensure? No.
You're welcome.
What are the practice of onboarding
So it
new
looks like you've reached the end.
employees? What are the
Sorry, I don't have that information.
okay? What are the new?
Looks like there was a technical issue there. If you have any... Sorry, but I didn't catch that. Can you please repeat it?
Can remote jobs be found in the field of translation and interpretation?
Absolutely. Remote jobs in the translation and interpretation are quite common. Many companies and organizations hire remote translators and interpreters to work from home or any location with suitable conditions. With the help of technology, remote interpreters can provide services through video conferencing or phone calls, while translators work on documents. If you're interested in pursuing a career in translation or interpretation, there are plenty of remote opportunities available for you to explore.
Can you please explain the answer in 10 points?
1. Remote opportunities are available in the fields of translation and interpretation. 2. Many companies and organizations hire remote translators and interpreters. 3. Remote work allows professionals to work home or any location with suitable conditions. 4. Technology enables remote interpreters to provide services through video conferencing or phone calls. 5. Translators can work on documents and projects from anywhere, thanks to the digital tools available. 6. Remote work offers flexibility and freedom to professionals in the translation and interpretation fields. 7. It allows for a better work-life balance and the ability to work with clients and organizations around the world. 8. Remote jobs in translation and interpretation can be either full-time or part-time, depending on the needs of the employer and the professional. 9. The remote nature of the work eliminates the need for a physical office, reducing commute times and related expenses. 10. With the increasing demand for language services, the availability of remote job opportunities in translation and interpretation is likely to continue growing.
All right, that's very good answer. Thank you so much for your good answer. So, can remote jobs be found in?
You're welcome.
Can remote jobs be found in graphic designing?
Remote jobs in graphic designing can be found, but they may be less common compared to other fields. While some aspects of graphic designing can be done remotely, such as data analysis and computer modeling, certain tasks and projects may require on-site visits and collaboration with authorities. With the advancements, collaboration in graphic designing may become more prevalent in the future. It's worth exploring. You're welcome.
Please continue your answer.
Sorry, I cannot do that.
I'm saying you can continue your answer.
I'm really sorry, but I can't provide continuation on that topic. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask.
Sure. What advice would you like to give for my viewers?
My advice for your viewers would be to remain open to new opportunities and possibilities. Embrace work that aligns with your lifestyle and priorities. Stay motivated, stay connected, and continue. Remote working offers flexibility, but it's important to maintain healthy work-life balance and stay organized. And most importantly, enjoy the flexibility and freedom that remote work can provide.
All right. Thank you so much for your answer and thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome. You're welcome. If you have any more questions in the future, feel free to reach out. Have a great day.
Bye.
Take care and goodbye.